Dear student, today we are going to discuss about a very important topic, that is reading skill. As you know that reading skill is one of the important skills of language. There are four important skills such as listening, speaking, reading and writing. We call them LSRW, and today we are going to discuss about the third important language skills, that is reading skills. Reading skill itself is receptive in nature. It means that it is a kind of process where once you have a glance over the text, reading process automatically take place. Now, further we are going to discuss in detail about the particular concept. What is close reading? Close reading doesn't mean that only reading and understanding the particular meaning of the individual words, but it also understanding thoroughly how the writer is using words in the particular text. That is what expected here, close reading. Okay. In order to extend the meaning of the particular concept, it is also known as an organized way of analyzing a short text. In order to determine how the ideas, concept and information is there in the particular text. There are other definitions of close reading also, or we can say that in other words, close reading means analyzing your reason for reading, what there must be some purpose in front of us. Understanding the author's purpose in writing, that is what the real function of close reading. Identify the interconnection of ideas in the text, and also looking for and understanding the meaning of language use in the particular text. These are the things means close reading. We will go further. Now, what does it includes? Close reading includes using short passages and excerpts, driving right into the text with the limit pre-reading activities, focusing on the text itself. This is the most important point one should have to take in consideration. Focusing on the text itself, reading deliberately. We have to read deliberately in close reading in order to understand the real concept, or in order to extend our understanding power regarding the particular text. Reading with pencil, as I am doing here on the particular screen, noticing things that are confusing, because in order to overcome the confusion, one must have to notice that confusing thing. Discussing the text with others, that will also extend your comprehension of the particular text. Think, pair, share or turn and talk frequently about the same topic. Small group and whole class, which are going to responding to the text dependent questions. These are the particular things which comes or includes in close reading. Now we are moving towards the next point. Now intensive reading. Okay, intensive reading is a third type of reading skill where considered as a close reading. Okay, it is a type of reading, and intensive reading concentrate upon what the things which are going to concentrate here. The most important and the first thing is that is assimilation of language, which consists of study of words, phrases and sentence structure. Okay, so intensive reading, in simple word we can say that reading with some intention. Okay, and here we have some intentions of reading, that is a study of particular words, phrases, at the same time sentence structure. The second thing is there study of sentence structure, including grammar of the particular language, word order and syntax. Okay, take the example when we are going to think about this point, grammar. Okay, in English we have sentence structure like this: subject plus verb plus object. But when we think the same about the particular Marathi, then we have a different structure, that is subject plus object plus verb. Okay, now the third point is that grasping of the sentence and getting information. These are the things which are very important in close reading. Now next, then in close reading we have some certain aims and objective in front of us, and such objectives which are going to full understanding of the particular text. And while doing this, we must have to concentrate on the arguments in the text, symbols used in the text, emotional as well as social overtones, as the same time the attitudes and purposes of the author. Okay, and the linguistic and literary means that the author employs to achieve his purpose. All these things we should have to take in consideration, or we can say that understand them. Okay, then following things one must have to take in consideration. Intensive reading aims to enable student speak English correctly. The second aim is that to improve and extend their knowledge and command over English with the help of intensive reading, to enable them to use English language without fear and to develop in them the habit of thinking in English. This is more important point here, to develop the habit of thinking in English. There are a number of students, particularly in Maharashtra. What we do, we first think in Marathi and translate into English. But we must have to understand that there is no translation method is of some extent it is okay, but entirely to follow this is a wrong thing. Then the next aim of intensive reading is to increase students' active vocabulary. Once you have or practice of close reading or intensive reading, definitely you increase your active vocabulary. Then the next, to faster in them a test for the study of English, it will increase or develop the interest of students to learn English. To concentrate upon language, that is also most benefited aspect of this, which contains as a aim. Now we are moving towards the next step of this, that is advantages of intensive reading. What are the advantages? The first advantage is it increases the active vocabulary. This is more important. Second, it helps in learning grammar in proper way. Okay. For example, while reading a text, if you set your aim as to learn English grammar properly, then definitely you will do that with the help of this one. The third advantages of intensive reading is to explain the meaning of the particular text. Then it improves the power of expression also. Automatically language develop, and due to that the power of expression improves. Then as these are the advantages of intensive reading, at the same time there are some limitations also, and let's see what kind of limitations do we have here. The first limitation of intensive reading is it has only a limited utility in forming an active vocabulary. Okay, in forming an active vocabulary, because limited utility in the sense that you have this particular process take too much time, and where you are going to develop your vocabulary in or with slow speed. The second limitation of this intensive reading is it rarely gives joy and pleasure to student. It rarely gives joy and pleasure because it is time consuming activity, and due to that it makes students monotonous for a long time. It produces a long and uninteresting task. It does not teach grammar systematically. It does not teach grammar systematically in the sense as when we are going to learn grammar as a grammar concept, that time it has been in the systematic way. But when we are offering a close reading or intensive reading to the text, that time we lose this motto of learning systematic grammar. Then the next one, it gives too much emphasis on the language side. So these are the limitations here of intensive reading. Apart from these, if we take in consideration all the advantages of close reading and try to avoid or try to overcome the limitations of the particular type of reading, then definitely it will improve our understanding level as well as comprehension level of the particular text. So this is all about today's class. Rest of the things we will discuss in the next class. Thank you. Thank you.